We're on day 2 of the Mama House and Mansion series. And today we took some orders on GJ. Now, I did say that we weren't going to be taking any orders besides UJ and mainly some other alt pairs, which GJ was one of the alt pairs. But the time that we're at, I just finished calling the trades in the chat. Let me check what time we're at all together. We're looking at 25 hours. So we just breached the 24-hour mark. And yeah, so we have the trades sent off. I'm going to go ahead and show you on the charts. We are eyeing some GU potential buys later. Just only one setup a week, really, for these UJ pairs, or pound pairs, really, because what I'm looking to save my capital for is for USD JPY, because this obviously moves a lot smoother. And if this was a part of my strat or my methodology, I would have taken it, obviously. But because it's not, I have to just, sit on my hands, wait. But there was an opportunity on GJ to retest the range high, so I said, why not take a high quality setup and wait and see what it brings about. We're looking at just about 2.5% on this position. On a scale in, we scaled in for about an hour and a half. My first entries were over here, and then eventually we got some entries a little bit in the higher areas, only because of spread put us there. We got in on levels of support down here ish, and yeah, so right now we have 2 entries at a level of resistance from spread, and then we have 2 entries at a clear level of support, just from timing it properly. And right now the pound is falling, so GJ is in a kind of a limbo period, which I was kind of worried about to begin with because of the pound strength not going anywhere. It's going down with the yen. So obviously it's just going to adjust price accordingly. But as you can see, the US dollar is thriving right now, and it's probably because of the Venezuela news and everything that Trump is doing. So there's a potential that we get stopped out on GJ, and hopefully that order finishes itself before my opportunity on UJ. And that's really all the updates we have with the market right now. And that's really all the moves that we did make, which was just GJ, and just just waiting to see what the hell is going to happen eventually, and move on from there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to combine each episode into like one vlog, or like do 3 days in one vlog, or do one day then upload. It really just depends on my workflow. Of course, you guys will know before I do, because I haven't even sat down and edited the first one. So I don't know if I'm going to decide to just put 1 out, or put 2 out, or put 3 out. Who knows? I don't know how I'm going to group it together. But I want this to be like a continual like series, of basically my every move. So this is hour 25. I think that may actually be a good idea to do like 72 hours in like one episode. So then it's like every 72 hours or every 48 hours or something, where something eventful happens, because not every day is going to be eventful, and not every day am I going to have something to talk about. But I've been watching a lot of this, I think it's School of Hard Knocks, and that's basically what I do in my free time when I'm not like actively submitting an order, but I'm waiting at the computer for an order. I'll either put on some Wagfest, like montages, and look at some JDMs, or I'll just go on TikTok, instead of like mindlessly scrolling and looking at hundreds of media that I'm not even going to remember in 15 minutes. I rather sit down and watch the School of Hard Knocks with the guy interviewing the billionaires and the millionaires, because at least I'm getting something positive to focus on, and just putting myself in the right mind frame. And that's just something that I do. It's not like a life advice that you should partake in and that you should do. Find whatever works for you, man. And that's really my message to you, or, dude or dudette, for my women out there that are female traders. Like, just find whatever works for you. It doesn't necessarily need to be a copy paste formula for everything that you do. Like, even with your trades, like, you can learn a methodology and a quote unquote strategy, but at the end of the day, you have to find out what works for you. Like, even with having guidelines on what to do, it has to be something that works like for you. It's going to be something that's your fingerprint, and that's what trading is a reflection of. It's your fingerprint on the world. So you're having a shitty quarter, I mean, so be it. It's still you. It's your fingerprint. And you have to feel the same way when you're up. You don't need everybody to copy what you're doing. It's really up to you what you want to do with your story and your journey. Like, for me, this is not the end all be all. I'm looking to go from trading to creating clothes, and doing that. Will trading always be a part of me? Of course, that's something that will always be a part of me, because I just can't see myself not doing it. I'll always, at whatever status in life that I'm at, I'm pretty sure I'll always have an amount of money in a trading account, because I remember those days where all I wanted to do when I was dead broke in my apartment was trade. Like, I had everything else, but I didn't have $2. Well, I had $2.50 in my trading account, and all I wanted to do was take my setups. I was like, damn, I'm looking at these setups that I'm throwing on TradingView, and I'm like, I just wish I could take them in a live account. I just wish I could take them in a live account. And that was me at my lowest, like not having enough food. I'm eating ramen noodles, like not knowing how I'm going to pay rent, all of those things. And that was like my main concern, was like, damn, I just wish that I could take a trade. So I'm pretty sure at any level in life, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to always be a trader by identity. Well, not by identity, but by, like, I mean, it's hard to explain what I'm saying, but I believe that you understand, because it's not, you're not the thing, you do the thing. You get what I'm saying? So that's really all that I have for today. I'm about to probably eat a little bit and just chill for the rest of the day. Allow these positions to run. I'm going to manage in about 10 hours or so, or 10 to 12 hours, to adjust stops, depending on if we're at a good spot to throw a break even, or a 1-to-1, or a 2-to-1, or mitigate losses. So allowing that, making sure that my stop loss is in the proper area, to where if it gets invalidated, it actually makes sense that the order is just completely done on longs, and get prepared for USD JPY to potentially present something. And if not USD JPY, it'll be GU. But I'm moving more into the direction of allowing my capital to only be used on UJ. And I think I'm going to make that decision after I lose, I want to say 7.5% in a quarter. I'm just going to focus only on UJ, not taking any more setups on GU, GJ, GCAD, just because those are my, I want to say, wild card. Like, those are my secondary type entries. I'm not really looking for those pairs, simply because of the sporadic behavior that they're having. They're not going up necessarily, they're not going down neither. They're kind of stuck in a range, stuck in consolidation. I don't want to be stuck in that, but if there's an opportunity for me to catch the break of consolidation, I'm all ears. It's a high quality setup, especially if it broke consolidation and retested. That's literally the only reason why I entered into the trade. There was no other reason. It was, okay, this is a level of support. It's an area of interest, and it's the area of interest because it's a previous resistance level from a break and retest, and on top of that, it is the range high for the break and retest. So if you know anything about market structure, when it breaks through the top of a range and it's a confirmed break, it'll come back down and do a retest, and after that retest, you have an entry, which in my case is a conservative entry. An aggressive entry is just, sending that motherfucker straight through the resistance and sending it all the way to the next resistance level. In my case, it's more of a conservative approach of catching the retest and buying off of there because it's more confluence in that area, which I even waited for additional confluences on lower time frames to like substantiate me even entering in the position with a full risk. Because at first we entered in with just about a third of 2.5. I don't know the math on that. It's about a third of 2.5, and I waited for around 30 minutes or so before I added on another, like, not even a third, not even a fourth. It was a very small amount. I just added just a little bit more to make it about half risk on a 2.5 position. And then about almost an hour later, I got the rest of my positions in. And that was just based on market structure and the way how the market was flowing at that time. And yeah, so now we're here. And that's really how I'm gonna be looking at it moving forward. And those are like my iterations that I'm gonna do. Crypto's still going up. We're looking pretty solid on crypto. We're looking at, I think, I think we made like a 5% gain today. Let me check. It's possible. We made a 3% gain today and a 12% gain this week, as well as an 8% gain this month. But still, overall, when the time comes, I'm sending that out straight to futures. The moment we drop back down to, since I'm focused on algo. Algo is my determining factor for the rest of my portfolio. Well, most of it. I'm taking about half. Once it drops back down like a cent under where it's at, I'm pulling, and we'll be throwing that all into futures. Now, I haven't started with Top Step yet. We'll be starting that probably next week, or probably the end of this week, or even fucking next month. I don't know. It really just depends on timing and everything like that, because I've started to look over the rules, and they're all right. I think it's horse shit, the rules with the consistency target, but I understand from a business perspective it makes absolute sense to mitigate as many losses as you possibly can. But other than that, that's really all the updates, and this is hour 25. So we'll check back in about 12 hours to, I don't know, maybe 16 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that. It really just depends on, one, the market, two, what I'm doing at the time, because I could possibly be asleep or editing. And yeah, so I'll see you then. Okay, so it's been a couple days. All right, we're approaching hour 150. We're at 146. I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do, and it started with editing, believe it or not, which I still have some editing to do today. But we took that trade on GJ. That was the last thing that you guys know about. But we also took a trade on GU, which I know I said that I wasn't going to do that, but it was opportunity and it looked good, and it was one of the only, I think there was only 3 positions that I was looking to take on GU. After taking those positions, we lost, and we lost a total of, I believe, just $100. Let me check. I'm gonna check the broker statement right now. But essentially what I came to the conclusion of is that I don't feel like trading a major right now. I don't think that's what's going to help us get to our goal of getting to the mansion. So as you can see right now, we're down just around $100 in the account. And yeah, so just, what is that, 5%? And that's like the 5% that I was going to use for other like other pairs outside of USD JPY. Now, USD JPY did do a huge buy up that I was looking for, but it happened on the day that I do observe for the most high, so that was a Sabbath, which means I didn't catch it, which doesn't matter. There's always going to be more movements. I'm eyeing a movement on GJ and GU, not GU, god damn it, GJ and UJ for like either next week or the week after. Really just depends on when the market decides to retrace and hit that area. And we'll be looking for buys around that spot. Other than that, we've moved crypto. I've made the decision to say fuck funded accounts and crypto at the same time. I may still decide I'll probably do crypto before I do funded accounts just because, I don't know, I feel like fundeds take a little while and I don't really feel like waiting for like a small payout, if we're being honest. So whatever the money that I was going to use for a Top Step account for the whole year, I'm depositing that into a Forex account, which is the only thing that I know. And we're going to make wonders with that. I'm going to be risking just about 25 to 30%. And sometimes if I'm feeling it, we'll even probably go 50%. I don't fucking know. But just about 670, 650-ish is going to a brokerage that's offshore. I talked to them a little bit. So hopefully that the brokerage is good. So you guys will see if they fuck me over or if they don't. But really what I'm looking for is to get a good payout on gold, US 30, NASDAQ. Only things that I'm trading on this broker. I also have another broker, just a backup broker just in case, which I've also built a relationship with, to where I'm going to trade only Forex pairs over there whenever I do get the chance. Unless this broker slimes me out, then I'll just write it off as $650 lost and then send it over to my other brokerage, which I know confirmed does withdraw out and there's no issues with the withdrawal. Maybe just the times take a little while, but other than that, the money still hits. So it's, all good on this side. Now, I don't know what 150 hours equates to in days. I have no clue. But because today is Sunday and we're so close to a new week, I'm thinking we're going to probably just end this one here instead of going into 2 weeks. Because I want to do like weekly now. That's kind of what I was thinking, is like, let's do a weekly type of vlog, because daily it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Some days I just literally forget to record in entirety. And some days I forget that I need to edit the videos. But if I can do them weekly or bi-weekly almost, I can do the recordings whenever I have the free time and then get to the editing whenever I have the free time. Now, I do prioritize my gaming videos a little bit higher than this channel's videos, and that's only because I really like gaming and I like watching my own gaming videos. I don't watch my vlogs, not really. So, yeah, I'll try and upload these as much as I can. But what we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna hop on the charts, and I'm only saying tomorrow because I don't have time today. I legit do not have time to hop on the charts and break down the trades that I took with you, which it doesn't even matter because they both lost. So you get what I'm saying? Like, we're just gonna go ahead and skip past that and move on to the next week, which we'll start that off with a trade breakdown and like outlooks and like pre-market analysis and everything like that. So that would be pretty cool. So I will see you guys in the next week. If you're new here, hey, sub up if you want to see me continue on this journey to going from my mama's house to a mansion. And clearly I'm not in my mom's house. We are in the studio apartment, so we've already done the first step. I didn't really necessarily record that part. It just happened. I mean, I have some Snapchats, but I don't really feel like uploading that and on over here. Those are like the memories that I saved and whatever. This is a part of the series, so if you're fucking with it, look, welcome. And I will see y'all in week 2.